Mukbang, a mukbangin', mukbang, a mukbangin', mukbang. Oh, we hangin', we bang, oh, we bangin'. Just in case y'all didn't see it well, do y'all see this? That looks incredible.
What's up, Yummy Bites? Welcome back to another episode of Yummybitestv. Are y'all ready? Oh my God, look at this. Okay, like I'm drinking mango peach flavored water today. It's my first time trying this, y'all. So let's see what it do. That's the best one. Yes, y'all. That's the best one. Mango peach, y'all. Mango, oh my God. It's delicious. Let's pray. Amen. Let's get it, peeps. Let's get it. Who is ready for this mother flipping mukbang? I am. Okay. Oh my goodness. It's my first time trying it. It better be good. Mongolian beef, homemade. Oh my God. Incredible. Bean sprout. Oh my God. Wow. Absolutely. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry, I didn't know what this was gonna taste like. Look at that beef. I know I eat a lot of beef, but I like it, so I eat it. It is good to me. And my beef is nice and tender. Ugh. You gotta have a cucumber and the bean sprouts. You gotta have it. I wish I would have made some sweet and sour sauce. Oh my God. Delicious. Absolutely. Mmm. Mmm. So in order for your meat to be tender, you have to use baking soda and you have to let it sit. That's what I did wrong last time. With my beef and broccoli, that's what it was. I didn't let it sit. It's supposed to sit and do its little thing because actually, I don't know if y'all know, when you put baking soda on meat, it actually sizzles. Like, so it is literally actively tenderizing the meat. I did not know that. Because I was like, what is that noise? Mmm. It was literally sizzling. Mmm. Mmm. Mm-mm. Mmm. Y'all gotta try this one. If you like Asian food like I do, girl. Mmm. Yeah, this mango peach. Ugh. The mango. Oh my God. You could taste more mango than peach. Delicious. Mmm. So what do y'all have planned for Valentine's? Merso don't want to do nothing. He said he doesn't care about Valentine's. He doesn't care. So we're definitely not doing that on Valentine's. But we'll probably do something like before Valentine's Day. We gotta make sure we make our reservations because a lot of people are gonna be wanting to do stuff before Valentine's and not actually on the day. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody be having time for all of that. Oh my God, y'all, here he go with his live stream. Because nobody ain't got time for all of that. All them crowds and waiting in line, and girl. That is not me or Marshall. Neither one of us like that at all. Mmm. Mmm. Excuse me. Yeah, I got a late start today. Very late. It's weird because I started cooking at 4 o'clock. So honestly, I don't know what happened. I mean, I was working today. Y'all, that's the thing. When you have your own business, like, I'll just say, when you're an influencer, it's like, it's almost like a constant chase. You know what I'm saying? A constant chase for that money. And that's just for real. You literally, when you need to take off, you don't even be wanting to take off because you feel like you're going to lag behind or something like that. Like, if you're a content creator, let me know if that's your story too. But most people that I know that are influencers, content creators, they be working, and feel real like weird when you take a day off. And then even when you take a day off, it's like you're working even when you take a day off. Y'all, you know, like when you have a regular 9 to 5, you take a day off and you just chilling. You ain't doing no work. You done left that work at the workhouse, at the workplace. You know what I'm saying? You done left it. But when you have your own, you are there. You're always there at your job. Like, it's always, unless you, even when you go out of town or go across the country or anywhere, you're going to have your camera because what? You're going to be vlogging. You're going to be taking pictures. You're going to be doing, you know what I'm saying? Because you're an influencer. You never put that freaking camera down. You never not be on social media, you know? But, yeah. That's one thing that I miss about having a 9 to 5. Yeah. Being able to have those 2 days off. And not have to do nothing but chill. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm so happy this meat is tender, y'all. And all you gotta do is let it sit for 15 minutes. I'll let mine sit and marinate for about 30. But, yeah. It's like, even when I take Sunday off, y'all, I'm still vlogging. I'm still, you know, on the internet doing things, doing certain things. I'm still answering emails. I'm still, you know, like, answering emails in a couple of places. Like, not just my regular email. I'm answering emails on TikTok, Instagram. Like, y'all, it's honestly, I never get a day. I get a day off of putting a video up on YouTube. That's it. Don't get me wrong. I'm very much thankful to have my own business. Like, very much thankful for that. Thank you, Jesus. Just in case you know, got me wrong. Very much thankful. But yeah, it's a job. It really is. I would say that it's harder than a 9 to 5 from my experience. Except for, you know, having to, you know, have those snake coworkers. Oh, I'm so glad I don't have to deal with that no more, y'all. That was like one of the worst things ever. Have you ever had a job where you always had to watch your back? I mean, always, constantly, every day, the entire work day. You couldn't never be comfortable. Like, and you like didn't know if you're going to lose your job that day or not, you know, or you didn't know if you was going to be getting along with certain people or not. Like, each day. Let me know if y'all have ever been through that. I want to hear your stories. I want to hear them. Because, I couldn't be the only one. I couldn't be. Listen, yeah. I probably already told y'all this, but my God. One of my coworkers that I used to work with, she don't know that I know that she did this. Came by my house, okay? And I used to have this white truck. What was it called? Y'all literally forgot. It was like a mini SUV. It was white. She came by. Little did she know it was in the process of being repossessed, right? Okay. And came by and threw something and broke the I was about to say passenger, the driver's side window out, right? And then in so many words told me that she did it. I mean, I was having a conversation with her one time, and I can't remember what we was talking about, but she was like, yeah, I ride past there almost every day. Girl, okay. It was you. It was you. You know how, like, you don't have, like, physical evidence that somebody did something, but you know they did it? You know they did it. Because they don't like you. Like, they try to act like they like you, but it's so clear that they don't. You know? And yeah, that's what happened. Y'all probably gonna call me crazy and be like, Chrissy, now how do you know she did it? I know. Okay? Trust me, I know. If I tell y'all the other story, then people gonna figure out who it is. So I have to honestly leave out a part that y'all probably need to know. Because I know some of them heifers watch my videos. I know they keep up with me. Trust me. They know all about this channel. They know all about my Instagram, all that. So, anyway. Yeah, I mean, it's certain aspects, having your own business is much better. But in other aspects, that freaking 9 to 5, baby. Just working from 9 to 5 and being able to get off. And being able to get off and not have to work no more. Girl, it's amazing. So be blessed and be thankful. Be thankful, honey. You got to be a hustler when you're working for yourself. A straight hustler. So now I know that y'all heard about the reunion. So the Baddies East reunion. Girl, I cannot wait until that reunion come on. What is today? Yeah, I don't even be knowing the days. It's Thursday. So they apparently had the reunion, I believe, yesterday or something, and hopefully we're gonna see it on Sunday. Hopefully they don't cut it off at a awkward point, but allegedly E.T. got the business like she needed to. I'm sorry, but she needed it from Taseki. And I'm trying to figure out, why did Taseki even fight her? Like, what was the... I didn't know they had a problem. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know. Does anybody know the problem that they had? Because I have no clue. Sukiana was on live talking about it, y'all. Talking about her face was all messed up and all this stuff here. I know some of y'all don't watch it, but it's okay. But yeah, but for those that did or do watch it, bae to the bay. I cannot wait until Sunday. I heard that Rolly was chilling at the reunion. That she didn't even fight. Which is weird. Because she usually got a problem with some daggone me body. And I heard that she did not jump in for her girl E.T. Didn't jump in at all. Like, what? Are you kidding me? I wonder how E.T. felt about that, because I heard that E.T. actually got jumped. I heard that it's all alleged. Camilla got in it What? Camilla ain't touched a fly the whole season. Except for when Natalie came in and gave her the business as soon as Natalie got there. Like, I couldn't even believe that. I didn't understand that part, honestly. I did not understand her fighting Camilla like that. Because she was not ready for that, honey. At all. I knew I was going to get something on this freaking dress. Yeah, this is my Valentine's Day dress. If you want to see the whole thing, go to the vlog channel, or if you want to see how it really, really looks, go to my TikTok, because the video is going to be up over there, because I had to do a sponsored video on this dress, but I freaking love it. It's so cute. Y'all, I think I'm having a hot flash. I am. Whew. My God. Oh, I'm on fire. I'm on fire. I am on fire. Let me see. What is going on? Oh, y'all, people are saying that folks is being real mean to Miss Netta. And I feel like people are being mean to her too. It's like, tell me this, y'all. Why do people, when somebody gets really popular online, why do people go and try to find out things about them, like horrible things that they may have done, or people that they dated, or just, their criminal record, all of that stuff. It's like people go digging for that type of stuff. Does anybody know why people do that? Because I have never, since I have been an influencer, even before I was an influencer, have never watched somebody, liked watching them, and then tried to go find something horrible about them, or try to find out, their personal business or anything like that. I've never been interested. You know what I'm saying? But somebody went and found one of Charles's ex-girlfriends. She was a white girl, right? And everybody's talking about, how Miss Netta look, and do he really like her, and compared to his last girlfriend, they're so surprised that he picked Miss Netta as his woman or whatever, and y'all, I don't know if y'all agree with me or not, but sometimes it's not about the looks. You know what I'm saying? Have y'all ever dated anybody that wasn't really that attractive, but they treated you like a freaking queen or a king? You know what I'm saying? Like, and I have to be honest. When I was dating, I wasn't looking for, I was very uninformed, okay? As far as dating went, I wasn't looking for the things that I should have been looking for, like, values, that type of stuff. Literally, all I was looking for was like the outside stuff, okay? That was it. Like, they had to look good. I literally had a type, y'all. I don't know if I want to tell y'all my type, but you know what? I've literally already told y'all my type. Pretty boy. Pretty boy had to have wavy freaking hair, like a Caesar cut, wavy hair. My preference was dark. A dark man. Tall. Had to be tall. He had to know how to dress. And y'all, when I tell y'all the first thing I would look at was that person's shoes. If they shoes was busted and leaning to the side or something I did not like, I wouldn't talk to him at all. I really, like, it depended on what kind of shoes this man had on. It does say a lot about a man, though. The shoes that he wear, it does. Shoes, his teeth had to be white and pretty, had to have a nice smile, all that, y'all. All physical stuff. That was it. And of course, I wanted him to be nice, but that wasn't the first thing that I, you know what I'm saying, look for. It wasn't. He had to have money. Had to have money, y'all. Like, oh, Lord, excuse me. And it's just more to a relationship, especially if you're looking to be in a relationship. Like, oh my God, you got to make sure you have, stuff in common with the person. Make sure that they believe have the same beliefs that you have. I don't know if, people look for their mate by their zodiac sign or not, because some people do. There's some like zodiac signs people do not even want to mess with. You know what I'm saying? Because maybe that they've had an experience before, or you know what I'm saying? But that part is up to y'all. But yeah, just don't go by the physical, because most of the time, them pretty guys ain't no good. And that is what I have experienced, literally. No good. They just look good. That is it, y'all. That is it. Some of them have a nice personality and are nice. They're nice to you, but a lot of them think they look better than you. They are players. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Yeah. I was looking for all the wrong things. All the wrong things. Like, when I think back, I be like, Christy, what were you thinking? Like, nobody ever, my parents, we didn't talk about dating and stuff like, and boys and stuff. The only thing that my daddy said about boys is stay away from them. We weren't allowed to date. None of that stuff, y'all. None of that. I told y'all the first date that I had went on, I snuck. And I still, to this day, don't even know how I did that, y'all. Like, Destiny's dad, we were in high school, and him and his best friend, I can't remember who had the car. I think his best friend had the car. And they were in our apartments, and I believe we were just talking or whatever. And this was when my parents were separated, right? And we went to go live with my mama, and there was a reason why we wanted to live with my mama, because we knew that we'd be able to do, what we wanted to do. Basically, not whatever we wanted to do, but it was more lenient with my mom, because my daddy was the strict one. We couldn't talk to boys. We couldn't do dates, none of that. And so my mom probably don't even know that we thought that she was the more lenient one. But anyway, so yeah, just snuck off. You know what I'm saying? Like I was just hanging out outside, and they were like, y'all want to go to Taco Bell? And I was like, I can't go to Taco Bell, y'all. I can't go to Taco Bell. I'm gonna get in trouble. And because I thought I was still gonna get in trouble even with my mom, and I was like, they kept begging. And I was like, you know what? Let's just go. But we can't be long at all. And so we went to Taco Bell, y'all. I was shaking. He bought me my tacos. I remember I got 2 tacos. That was it, y'all. 2 tacos, y'all. I think them tacos was 69 cents. Remember back in the day when a regular taco was 69 cents. I didn't even get the what do you call it? the Supreme taco. It was a regular taco, right? I remember picking up my taco. I was shaking like this. And he noticed. He was laughing at me, y'all. It was so embarrassing. I had no business being out on a freaking date. I was 17. I was 17 because I met him when I was 17. And y'all, I was so freaking nervous. Anyway, we played that off like we was still outside. We came back to the house. My mama didn't even know I had left. And just was still hanging out in the same spot. Just went back to the same spot. Y'all, I can't believe I got away with that. I probably wouldn't have got away with that if we was all, like, still a family. Baby. My daddy wouldn't have went for that at all. I remember when my Destiny's dad came to my house this was when all of us was together still. He came to my house, y'all. I can't remember he popped up. He didn't tell me he was coming over there, and I don't know if I told him that my dad was strict or not. I don't think I did. Girl, he came to my house, knocked on that door, and my daddy answered the door. Girl, my daddy said, if I can remember, some boy at the door for you. Something like that. And I was like, who? Because no boys come and knock on my door, okay? When I went to that door, it was him. Girl, I was like, why did you come to my house? You know you're not supposed to. I don't even know how you got the freaking address. I don't even know. You know you're not supposed to come to my house. Girl, oh my God, he wanted to see you, girl. He wanted to see you, girl. That's really all I can remember, honestly. Kind of a blur, but yeah, why was I even telling y'all any of that? I can't even remember. I go off on a tangent and can't even remember why I was telling y'all stuff. Ooh, excuse me. The way we picked men. And how did I pick him? Oh, he played basketball for the high school that was next to us. I went to Elsick. He went to Hastings. And he was like a very, very popular. He was one of the best on the team. He went to college on scholarship and all that good stuff, right? But what else, y'all? I'm trying to remember how we freaking even met. Oh, it was through my best friend's boyfriend. That's how we met. But I can't remember like where we had like met before. Like I can't remember. I don't know. Anyway. But yeah, he's married now. Destiny has a stepmama. And she's a Scorpio just like me, y'all. I met her, all that good stuff. Like, we get along. Everybody gets along. I mean, it's not like we talk or anything, but it was never no problems, you know? We actually, well, he asked me to marry him when I was still in college. And he had graduated because I couldn't go to college when he went to college because I had Destiny, okay? Men always, like, they always get to do what they want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, he wasn't even thinking about staying behind from college, you know, because we had a child. But yeah, he went out of state because that's where he had got his basketball scholarship. You know, I was proud of him or whatever, but I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, so, why was I telling y'all that? I just lost my chain of thought. I lost my train of thought. He went to college. Oh, I had to go to college late. So anyway, I was in college. He had graduated already, and he asked me to marry him. And y'all, I was talking to somebody else. Like, I was literally in love with somebody else. And I told him no. And I think that he was kind of shocked at that. I think he knew that I was gonna say yes, and he wanted me to move out there to freaking Kansas, I think it was. Girl, wasn't nobody going to Kansas without let's know. But yeah, and I didn't, like him like that no more. Obviously because I was in another relationship, and I don't even think that I told him that I was in another relationship. I mean, I wasn't in a relationship with him, but I didn't tell him that I was in a relationship with somebody else when he asked me that. I was honestly kind of shocked. He just said, come on, let's just get married. We got destiny, and I know literally like, no, y'all. I never wanted to be married. I had been saying ever since I was, probably like maybe middle school, never wanted to get married because, my parents, they had a hard time, we was growing up in their marriage, and I never wanted to get married. Never. And so I didn't. I did not, and that was the first person who asked me to marry them. Yeah. And I was like, no. I didn't even explain anything. I was just like, I don't want to. I did not. But is there anybody out there that feels like I do? Like they just don't want to get married? You might even have kids, but you don't want to get married. You don't want them papers. Like, I just didn't. A lot of people always ask me, no, they kind of like accuse me of wanting to get married or whatever, but such and such doesn't want to marry you, or you know what I'm saying? No, I never wanted to get married. It's me, okay? Never wanted to get married. I had thought about it with Murder Show. We both did actually, and then we both decided, we was like, oh hell no, no. We have our reasons, okay? Definitely have our reasons, but yeah, no. We thought about it for a hot second. And he was like, no. Let's just chill. So, anyway, it's a little bit about me. Because y'all know I don't really be telling folks my business, really. But, yeah. Let me see. What is this? Hold on. I had y'all, Snoop Dogg's daughter. Did y'all hear about her? Y'all keep her in y'all's prayers because she had a stroke. And I did not know that she had lupus. So, yeah, y'all, she had a stroke. Like, she really needs our prayers, for real.
Snoop Dogg's 24-year-old daughter.
She's only 24.
Corey Broaddus revealed she suffered a severe stroke this morning to her followers on Instagram, saying she broke down crying.
It was today. It was this morning.
Serious medical emergency when a blood clot plugs the artery leading to the brain.
So a blood clot clogs like one of your arteries, like leading to the brain, and then that's how you have a stroke. And I know, like, if you have lupus, sometimes people do have strokes when they have lupus. I know my line sister, she has lupus, and she told me that, like, it's possible that she could, have a stroke one day. But I don't believe she's had one yet, thank God. But and I haven't talked to her in so long. I need to contact her. But yeah, so keep her in y'all's prayers, y'all. That is so sad. I know her parents are so just heartbroken about that. Oh, listen to this. Tell me, did y'all even know this? This is Dr. Umar talking. I love when he talk. He be spitting them facts and that knowledge, y'all. I love listening to him.
I don't care what any man ever tells you. The longer you make us wait for the cookie, the more we will value you after we get it. Do you understand me? Time does matter. With that being said, I want you to understand this. With that being said, if a man respects women, it doesn't matter how soon y'all did it. And if a man does not respect women, it don't matter how long you made him wait. Make sure you know how he feels about women, and there's no better way to find that out than to ask him how he feels about his mother. And the last point, Queen, don't make the mistake of so many sisters who look for men who they have something in common with, right? We both psychologists, we both watch the reality show, we both like to read, we both like the beach. That's superficial. You should be looking for whether or not y'all share the same values. He like to spend money, you like to save money. You want to have a lot of children, he don't want none. You believe in a relationship with God, he don't believe in God. You believe in saving for retirement, he wants to live for today. Study a man's values and make sure you can live with what he believes in. And the last thing, I know I said 3, but I'm going to give you this. You can never change a person. When you meet that man, Queen, ask yourself this and be honest with yourself. Can I live with him as he is if he never changed for the rest of my life?
Ooh,
never get married.
Boy, like everything he said was facts. I mean, straight facts, y'all. Like, and if you are looking for somebody right now, you literally have a chance, okay? Do exactly what he is saying. Like, this is something to live by, for real. Like, for a person that has been there and done that, this is something to live by, honestly. For the younger people out there that's not in a relationship yet, you're dating, that is what you should be looking for. Okay, not the physical. I know, we want somebody that look good. You want them to be appealing to the eye. You want to be able to be attracted to them. And I'm not even going to sit here and act like that is not important, because it is, but it's not the most important though. You know what I'm saying? You see who Beyonce married. She didn't give 2 issues about the way Jay-Z looked. Okay, I feel like that he was attractive to her because probably because he's probably smart. He has a lot of knowledge. He's probably spitting that game to her too. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we love that kind of stuff, and just, the way his mind worked, he's probably all about his business and stuff like that. Like, I think other things attracted Beyonce to him besides his looks. Like, that was last on the totem pole. And when you have all of those other things that you are attracted to about a person, they start to look good to you. Okay? Y'all know that is true. Ladies that are my age, is that not true? A ugly man can start to look so good to you if he got that swag. He's smart. You know what I'm saying? He about his business. He take care of his business. And it's just a bonus if he can dress. It's so true. It's a bonus if he can dress. Okay? He'll start to look good if he, like, he got all of that inside stuff going on, and then, and he doesn't look that good, but he can start to look really good. So you can fall in love with an ugly man. I promise you can. You really can. But anyway, you literally can fall in love with a ugly man. Anyway, y'all, let me go and read y'all's comments. Y'all, and just to let y'all know, that wig I had on yesterday, I was trying something new. I don't know if y'all liked it or not, but I didn't like it. And y'all won't see that mug no more. I don't know. It was it didn't bring out anything for me. It kind of like muted everything. It's like, I don't even know how to explain it. Like, you know how like these streaks in my hair like bring my complexion out? I feel like that wig yesterday, it like dulled everything down. It wasn't for me. It wasn't for me. And it's not because, I don't feel like it was because I'm dark skinned, because I've seen dark skinned ladies wear that color wig and it looked good on them. But it did not look good on me. I had like mixed reviews on hold up. Is this it? This it right here. I had mixed reviews on Instagram. Some people was like, ugh, that wig ain't doing nothing for you. And I just let them have it, honey, because I did agree. I definitely did. And then I wrote like a little post. I was like, trust me, I didn't like it either. But I just wanted to try something different. You know, y'all are going to see me try different things. But if you don't never see it again, that means I did not like it. I did not like it. But anyway, so user SJ2EI, that's all I'm gonna say for your name, girl. Yummy. Kale is greens. Also, every time I cook my greens, I mix turnips, mustard, collard greens, kale, sometimes even spinach in one pot, and they're delicious. I really believe Caucasians started that kale greens, making salads. We've been cooking kale greens just like turnip greens, collard greens for centuries. Really, girl, I didn't know. I was just thinking, I was like, these look like greens, so I'm just going to cook them like greens because I didn't know any other kind of way to cook them except for putting them in soup. And then somebody says, who is this? Tammy Chanel, girl. I was about to call you Tamise. Tammy Chanel 3282 says, a repast is a gathering after the funeral. The family and mourners get together and eat and share love and memories. It's nothing new. Well, yeah, girl, I'm pretty sure it ain't nothing new, but I didn't know what a repast was. I believe we call it... Did we even call that anything? Because after the funeral, we would go like to like a family member's house and, you know, everybody would just gather there and eat and stuff, but we wouldn't call it a repast. I don't know if we called it anything, honestly. Yeah. So yeah, I didn't know it was called a repast. Hannah Pollard says, kale is a type of green, just like mustard, collard, or turnip. Same thing. They are regular green. Okay. Thank y'all for educating your girl. What? Hold up. Okay. So, Melissa White 3924, and I'm going to address this. She says, I need Jesus. Nobody even heard any noise and never do. This is an example of why you get the comments regarding how you treat your one child. That was totally rude, mean, disrespectful, and uncalled for. You are her mother, but God. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and address this. I was very much frustrated. Okay. That's what you were hearing. Frustration, because I have asked my child a million times. And this is just my preference for my videos. This is how I like to do my videos. It didn't have nothing to do with y'all. Nothing to do with y'all at all. This is just about my videos. I don't like a bunch of noise in my videos. I don't care if y'all can't hear it. I can hear it. And I have asked my child not to come down here and be rustling around in the kitchen or doing anything down here when I'm filming a video. And I've asked and asked and asked and asked and asked and asked and asked. And I felt like at that point, she should have known, please do not do that, because I had just asked her like a couple of days before that to please not to do that. And when you just keep on doing something, that's the reaction that you're going to get. And it was called for. Okay. I'm her mother and you're not. It's not always like that. So, you know what I'm saying? And honestly, that wasn't even supposed to be in the video. It was supposed to be cut out of the video. So I'm sorry for who had to hear that. You know, it is what it is. Like, parents holler at their kids sometimes. Like, it happens. It definitely happens, especially if you're asking somebody over the same thing over and over and over again. You're going to get frustrated that last time that you have to ask them when they already know better. It's not like my child is 5 years old and I have to keep reiterating stuff and you know, for them to know it. No. So, yeah, that was mixed with frustration because I had said it so many times and I felt like she should have understood that this is what your mother wants. So don't do that anymore. And then the laughing and stuff afterwards, that's disrespectful. Okay? That's what's disrespectful. So please, like, you know, I didn't want to have to, you know, even address this, but obviously y'all heard it. So, you know, I'm addressing it. And I'm, you know what I'm saying? Like, I hope y'all didn't think that I wasn't going to address it. Yes, I'm going to address it. I'm not scared of nobody. I can say what I did because I meant it. I literally meant it. I did, because I've asked nicely several times. And if, like, you don't want to hear me being nice, you don't want to hear me ask nicely, well then I'm probably going to yell. That's what's probably going to happen. So yeah, and that's what happened. Yes, and I am her mother. I am. Do you have kids? Do you have kids? Do you have grown kids? Have you ever yelled at them for anything? Anyway, Brianna Marie says you can call the kale greens. I think she wanted to say call kale greens. That's what they are. They are indeed a type of greens, just like collard, mustard, turnip, and even chard. I've never had chard. It's not a new discovery that you can cook them. That you can cook them like the typical greens. Well, y'all, oh my God. Like, y'all have to understand, I didn't say that it was a new discovery. Did I say that? I just said that I did them like that because I had never, you know, the only time that I've cooked greens was in soup. So I had never cooked them like that. And I was just thinking, and I didn't get it from anybody else. I was just thinking, I could just cook them like greens since they look like greens. I didn't say that it was a new discovery. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was a new discovery for me. Brenda Jones Rollins 6439 says, didn't hear your daughter. Shaking my head. Why not speak to her about it off camera? It was supposed to be off camera. Like I said, that was supposed to be taken out of the video, but it wasn't, unfortunately. Okay. So it is what it is. Okay. I'm sorry. Sorry again that y'all had to hear that, but it is what it is. Kendra 8449 says, hey Yummy, love the wig and the red top. Thank you, girl. Even though I hated the wig, the food looks really great. I personally didn't hear Ladybug making noise in the background, but it's okay with me if she did. I understand you have a family, so it might be noise here and there, I will still watch. I hope everyone have a blessed and safe day. Thank you, girl. Thank you. Yeah, like I said, it's something that irritates me. It don't have nothing to do with y'all. It's something that irritates me. I don't like hearing noise in my background if you're not working. If you're not working, I shouldn't hear anything. Those are just my rules in my house for when I'm filming my videos. I don't want to, even Jaden knows to turn his TV down or to turn his laptop down. His tablet down. Like, he even knows. Like, I don't have to tell him no whole bunch of times. I be like, Mommy about to film a video, turn down your TV, because his TV be real loud, and so does his tablet. And I just tell him, I just say, Mommy about to film, so turn it, and he immediately turns it down. No problems. I only have problems with one person, and and that's it. And sometimes even Murder Show, I have to tell him. He'll tell you. But the only reason why I deal with Murder Show on his live like that is because this is what we do for a living. And sometimes we have to do our videos at the same time, simultaneously. So, you know what I'm saying? I have to deal with that. But if you're not doing no video, you're not working, you're not doing anything, I shouldn't be hearing no noises while I'm doing my video. After I do my video, you can do whatever you want. That's the only time I have a problem is when somebody is doing it while I'm filming. But again, that's my preference. Oh boy, Miss Brown Sugar 7895, and these are people that don't normally comment that are commenting now. Just like you say, it's your opinion. What is our opinion too? How rude you were to your baby girl. Y'all think she's a baby girl. She's not a baby girl. Like, she is an adult now. Leia is 20 years old. She's not a baby girl. Okay? She's an adult. Your baby girl, we cannot hear none of that noise in the background. Okay. This is just, redundant. So, I'm not even gonna respond anymore because I've already explained. I don't want to have to keep explaining myself. Sharon Green 8409 says, wait a minute, I'm sorry. Monica Halle 1862 says, add baking powder. After I dip it in the breading, I let it dry a bit on a wire rack so it doesn't get soggy. So when I fry it, it doesn't fall off. And that worked for me to do it keto. Okay. Because I know people put it in flour. So that's the key to it. Okay. But then I'll do that next time. I already explained that. Okay. Natasha J's World Overcomers 266 says, yes, I'm ready for these kale greens. I love that shirt. Thank you, girl. Kathy Yarbrough 9443 says, looks good, girl. Your hair is so pretty. You go, honey. Girl, y'all thought that was cute. Girl, I did not like it at all. But thank y'all. I appreciate that. Yeah, y'all just saying y'all didn't hear any noise. Yolanda Howard 2437 says this was a good one piece and many blessings. This was a good one piece and many blessings to you and the family. What is a one piece? There goes somebody again that don't ever comment. These are probably the people that watch and that be, you know what I'm saying, maybe watching for something, dramatic or whatever, and I just gave it to them. But yeah. Sean L. Hill says, hey, Yummy. Hey, y'all. I can't wait to see what you make with the kale You have left over. I was thinking maybe a dip, something like a spinach dip, but with kale. Oh, never even thought about that. Keto, of course. Love the video. See you in the next one. And by the way, I'm a lady. Oh, snap. I know with the name Sean, it could be either. Talk to you later. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh. Wait a minute. I thought I saw a man in the y'all know, see, I can't see. I'm sorry. Okay, so now I know you're a woman. Okay. Thank you so much for telling me. Pauline Campbell 5349 says, "Hi Yummy, food looks awesome. Use the mustard and baking powder instead of the flour mixture." Okay. Okay. That's exactly what I'm going to do. Poetic Beauty 8259 says a repast is what us, I guess us black folks, do after a funeral to fellowship, eat, and continue to celebrate the life of the person that passed on. Also, when you oh God, here we go. When you complain about noise, which is basically not noise, it's just everyday living since you are at home and not in office. We don't hear anything. The only reason we know is because you're screaming, which is not necessary. Play the video back. We didn't hear Leia at all. Yeah, like I said, it's just something that irritates me. I don't like it because we already have something set in my household that whenever I'm filming, don't come down here making no noise because it just irritates me. Okay. But thank you for your comment. And I understand. I understand that y'all didn't hear any noise. I understand. User OP9GQ says, "Everything looks so delicious and I love that hair color on you." Thank y'all. Thank you. I don't know why I can't believe it because I just didn't like it at all. But thank you so much. Melissa Gadsden 4771 says, "Everything looks absolutely delicious, Yummy." Thank you, girl. All right. Yeah, I'm not gonna read no more of these comments. Let's see. Sweet PXOXO0511 says, "Girl, when I say I'll be looking for your videos regardless, I stand true to that. The other day, I got a notification for a video that you posted 3 weeks ago." Stop lying. Are you serious? That you posted 3 weeks ago, even though I already watched it. See, YouTube, I don't know what is going on with YouTube because Murder Show was saying something similar. And I'm like, well, that's never happened to me. But now, yes, it's happened to y'all. That 3 weeks ago, even though I already watched it, I found it strange that it appeared on my notifications as if it was new. YouTube definitely be tripping and need to get it together because ain't nobody got time to be playing it with money. Food look too damn good. Shit. Why wait for Sunday for a meal like this? Yummy, you giving me storm vibes. That's what I thought too, but I just didn't like it. I did not like it, y'all. With this new beauty wig, could you please push winter into summer? Miss Yummy Storm. Love you, girl. And another great video and conversation. I swear it feels like I'm having a meal with my home girl. Till next time. Thank you, girl. Thank you so much. Like, I love that kind of vibe. I just love it. Absolutely. I'm gonna read Black Beauty 991's comment. She said, "Girl, hell nah, you should do your mukbangs in your room." That's the thing. I can't do them in my room with this setup. I can't do them in my room. That's why whenever we move into our house, I'm actually gonna have a studio, an actual room to myself for my videos, and it's gonna be soundproof. So nobody will hear anything going on, you know what I'm saying, outside of the video. Nobody will hear anything. That's why folks be on your ass about how you treat Lay on videos sometimes. Relax, it ain't that serious. Y'all, it's like, y'all think that it's just Leia in particular. it's not. If it was a Maya doing it, I would have yelled at Maya. Like, if it was anybody else doing it, I would have yelled at them too. It's not just her in particular, but honestly, she's the only one that keeps doing it. That it's like she don't care what her mama is telling her. And if y'all say that is right, I don't know what is wrong with y'all. Okay? Because you're supposed to do like your parents ask you to do, especially if they asked you several times. You know, you're supposed to do what they asked you to do. If somebody asks you, please do not knock on my door when I'm working, or, you know, please do not do this while I'm working, would you keep on doing it? No, you wouldn't. You would respect your mom's or your dad's wishes, and you wouldn't do it. You wouldn't do it. Okay? So, you know, really, y'all can't tell me nothing about my child. Y'all can't. Y'all can't tell me anything, because all y'all know is that I yelled at her. That's it. That's all y'all know. Y'all know why I yelled at her, but y'all don't have no backstory on nothing. You know, I told y'all just a little bit, but y'all don't know. Y'all don't know. Just like if somebody was to yell at their child in a video and I'm watching it, I don't have no right to tell them, you know, don't be yelling at her, because I don't know what happened before. I don't know how many times you done told this child to do whatever it is and you ended up yelling at them on camera. You know, you probably didn't mean to do it on camera, you know, because I usually don't do that. Like, if I yell, it's not gonna be on camera. I wouldn't wish for it to be on camera. You know what I'm saying? It was just a mistake that I didn't take it out. And I don't know how that happened, because I literally edited that video today and cut it. And I don't know how I didn't get it taken out, because I could have swore when I cut it, I pressed what do you call that button? I did the left button, and then I went up and I pressed delete. And I thought it was gone. Bye-bye. I don't know how it stayed up in there, but I don't know. But yeah. And you say it ain't that, relax, it ain't that serious. Like, you would think that it wasn't that serious. You would think that. Excuse me, because you hadn't asked her about 15 times to stop doing that. Okay? So, I'm gonna thumb up your comment. Joylene York 6540 says, I love your videos, good topics, and I agree with you about Gypsy Rose. I know that's right. Look, I don't care. Y'all, let me tell y'all something. I'm a regular person, okay? I'm a regular person, a regular mom that sometimes yells at her kids, okay? When I have to say stuff too many times. That's just what happens sometimes. You know, I'll be nice a couple of times, but after I done said it 15, 20 times, I'm not going to be nice no more. Somebody says, Yummy, I promise we didn't hear Leia making noise. I'm not sure if you watched this video before you put it. I did. But this video should have really been edited. This is not a good look. I don't care about no good look. I'm a mom. And I'm a regular mom. I'm not this, you know, whatever people are thinking. I don't know. But, yeah. It is what it is, y'all. You could think what you want to think, but that's what it is. Patricia 6041 says, food looks delicious. Great video. Thank you. Certifiably Mahogany says, hey, Yummy. Hey, girl. And she brought us the storm. Okay. Girl, that food looks so good. I had fried chicken the other night, but you make me want to get in the kitchen and cook all of this. But I never had just kale. I've always mixed my greens. Yes, I'm okay. I just had the wrong shoes on. Oh, okay. Thank you so much for your concern. That hug was way too long and very intimate. Thank you. I would have had to straight snatch both of them up really quick. Okay, I know that's right. Happy Thursday, Yummy, and true blessings. Thank you, girl. Okay, with the quickness. Um, y'all, I get it. Okay, I get it. Like, Lady Croft says, "Yummy. I've been influenced and got the orange vanilla Mio. It's so good. I told you. I'm going to have to buy another or try out a different flavor. Try that mango peach. It is, oh my God. I honestly, while I read the rest of these daggone comments, I need to go get me some more. I'll be back." Whew. Y'all, I was getting thirsty. Okay. Food looks delicious. We reading Lady Croft's we're reading Lady Croft's comment. Somebody just came over Instagram and said something crazy. Food looks delicious and ain't no shame cooking a feast like that during the weekday. I know that's right. Sugar 2036 says the hair is pretty on you, but it does age you about 10 years. I felt the same way. I didn't say that though. I just said I didn't like it. I know. And it wasn't supposed to do that. Like, it doesn't do that on other people, in my opinion. But thank you for being honest and being nice about it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people are so rude when they don't like something. But I appreciate you being nice about it. Erica Adams, UD2QG says, "Happy Thursday, boo. The food looks amazing. I absolutely love your hair. Enjoy your day, girl. Thank you." I'm just shocked that some of y'all liked it. I'm shocked. Sheila D 1265 says, "Hey, Yummy, your food looks really delicious. I watched you prepare it on your other channel. I like pasta, but that's my type of eating." I agree. Gypsy Rose should stop talking. Okay, she needs to completely be quiet. She needs therapy, not a husband. Girl, I know that's the flip, right? Nobody has said that. I haven't heard anybody say that she doesn't need a husband. Girl, I think that she might have gotten married in prison. Because that kind of makes sense, because I heard that whenever you get married in prison, you can have like conjugal visits, and that's probably what she wanted, because allegedly she likes having sex. Like, she likes it a lot. So that's probably what she wanted to do all that time. You know, she was in there for 8 years. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's probably what that was. She said a repast is when food is served after the funeral. Thank you, girl. Jazzy9761 says, "Yummy, I promise you, we cannot hear anything you're hearing at all. Like, good mic and everything. Couldn't hear her in the slightest." And somebody said, "LOL, Jesus, I didn't hear no noise." Micah 5807 said that. That's funny. Natasha J's World Overcomers said, "Yummy, we didn't hear Leia. So I'm not sure what all that was about." I love Kel, but girl, we didn't hear anything you hear. Oh my God, y'all, it's not y'all. Trust me, it's about me. That's all. It's not y'all. Joyce Mac 1459 says, "Did you say you never heard of a repass?" A repass is, yeah, I never heard somebody call it a repass. Y'all, it's getting late. Oh my God, I have to edit the vlog. I'm gonna have to stop soon. Elaine White 7176 says, "I cook greens mixed with turnip greens and mustard greens mixed together always. Kale is greens, in case you didn't know it. And you have to wash good, not just run water on them. Plus, you're supposed to throw away the brown and yellow leaves and not cook them because they are no good. Ask your mom how to wash greens. I sprinkle salt in the water and will pull off the dirt off of them. Well, I put vinegar in mine. That's what I heard you're supposed to do to wash them. I didn't just, oh, you must have thought I just washed them with water. No, I put vinegar in the water and washed them like that. Yeah, that's how I did it. But I think I did that with the first set. I think I might have forgot to do it with the second set of greens. But I definitely put vinegar. The white vinegar, is that the one I'm supposed to use? Because I didn't know if I was supposed to use the white vinegar or the apple cider vinegar. But I used the white vinegar anyway. And the water. That's all I used. So yeah. But the greens, literally there was no dirt in that water. None at all. Like, you know, I don't know if maybe the rain had washed the dirt off or whatever, but yeah, there was no dirt on them greens. It was pretty clean. They were pretty clean. And I thought I took most of the yellow leaves out, but I didn't cook the yellow leaves though. I didn't cook them. Y'all just saying y'all couldn't hear like, somebody, Love Child 6103 said, Yummybitestv, we do know you have a family. It's okay, sis. Y'all, I know. I know. Thank y'all for being nice. I appreciate that. For the people who were nice, thank you. But yeah, I was literally just frustrated and I was up to here with saying the same thing over again. Like over and over again. I was just up to here. That's what that was, y'all. That's why I reacted like that. Yeah. I don't want to have to explain it again. But yeah, it's nothing that I'm just targeting Leia about. Okay, y'all. Like it's not like that. I love my child just like I love all of my kids the same. Okay, but sometimes I gotta tell certain kids more than 15 times something, and it gets frustrating. That gets frustrating. So that's all it is. That's it. I'm not treating her more different than I treat anybody else. That's not how it is at all. Like I said, the reason why I deal with his noise is because we're working. That's why we're working. Now, y'all haven't heard me yell at Murder Show for making noise. Y'all haven't heard that. Okay? And sometimes Leia will go in there and I won't even say nothing. And even though it is working the mess out of my nerves, I won't even say anything. So, I guess she just called me on the right day. That's all. And I was just super frustrated and I just wasn't like, it was just too much for me. Like y'all might didn't hear, but I did. I heard it. But anyway, y'all, I gotta go because it is late. Like I didn't know I was gonna get this many comments that I usually don't get. A whole lot. I think people are, wanting to talk about me yelling. Yeah, I'm sorry, y'all. I can't read all of the comments, but like I said, I do apologize that y'all had to hear me yelling at my child. But I'm just a regular mom like everybody else. Sometimes I yell. And y'all already know that. Y'all know I yell sometimes. But, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure y'all follow me on Instagram and TikTok, okay? But make sure y'all follow me on my family vlog channel. Also, that's the video that I'm about to go and edit right now. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please do what? Thumbs up this video. Subscribe if you haven't already. for everyday videos. Everyday videos. Hey, hey, and I will see you guys on tomorrow. Peace. Y'all come back now. You hear? Bye, y'all.